Hey guys, I'm going to do another quick shop tour video. I'm going to go through and show you guys the tools that I use and what I've picked up since my last 2018 video. And this time we're going to start over at this side, so let's just get to it, guys. Alright, first up I have the 30-gallon Sanborn air compressor, the V-Twin. I mainly just use it with the air hose, or I'll hook it up to my sandblast cabinet. It runs on both 120 or 240 volt. I have my small vibratory tumbler sitting in front of my new tumbler, just to show a size comparison. This small one's 20 pound. They're both made by Shop Tough. The bigger one holds 150 pounds. They both have the aggressive ceramic media from McMaster. I'll throw a video up and show you guys the difference when they're turned on, how much more violent the bigger one is. As you can see, the action is really aggressive. It ends up tumbling the part a lot faster and it gives it a nicer finish. I have a leather stropping wheel, a polishing wheel, and a wire wheel. I have a couple of 4x36 belts hanging up on the wall. I have the True Grit 9-inch disc grinder. It's the variable speed, reversible. It comes with a tool rest. It has a Beldor 1-horse motor. I took it off the side of the bench. I was using it mainly for flattening, but now I'm using it for contouring and handle work, so I put it on top of the bench. I have a few strops, levels, and wire wheels hanging on the wall. And I have a couple contact wheels for my surface grinding attachment. This is the first belt sander I made my first knives with. It's a Mastercraft 4x36. It has the 6-inch disc on the side. The first drill press I ever bought was the Mastercraft 12-inch. I got it on sale at Canadian Tire for 50% off. It's got quite a bit of run out, so I ended up buying the Wen. I really like the Wen. It has almost no run out. I have a bunch of bits that I use all the time just scattered around. Up on the wall I have some reamers and carbide bits. I have a Craftex mortiser chisel that's set up like a drill press. I have the ferric chloride attached to my bench for etching the blades. I'm using a flux core MIG welder. And I have some different kinds of paints, WD-40, a vise, just some odds and ends, shop rags. The white shelf has a lot of the chemicals I use. I'm using TSP to anodize titanium. In the back I have some of the 60 and 120 grit belts that I use. There's some new bandsaw blades, different buffing compounds, and some more odds and ends. The trisodium phosphate, or the TSP, is what I use to anodize with. I have some oil down here for quenching, and I have some stainless foil for doing the stainless blades. This is my newest purchase. It's the Evenheat KF 22.5 with the Ramp Master. I have a ceramic tray in there for holding the knives. It ramps up to the speed really fast too. I'm really surprised when I got it. Up on the shelf I have all my screwdrivers, hammers, pliers, different things I use. Over here I have my anodizing setup where I etch my logos and the Wicked Edge for sharpening the blades. It's the Pro Pack too. I have all the different grits in diamond, ceramic, and I have a couple different leather strops. All the different types of epoxy that I use, different glues, the Dremel bits that I use, and some wrenches, different kinds of tape, sheaths laying around. Like I was saying in my last shop tour, this is the centerpiece of every knife maker's shop, a 2x72 belt grinder. I have the Fear 454 with the flat platen. I have these hinges hooked up to this wood so I can flip the grinder on its side. I'll show you a video. It makes it a lot easier to get things squared up with a grinder that flips on its side. I have a Baldor Reliance 1.5 horsepower with the K-Back 27D variable frequency drive. These are all the small wheels for my small wheel attachment. They're mostly steel. I just have the one rubber one. This is the OBM surface grinding attachment. I upgraded the wheel to a 90 Duro. It makes such a difference. I really like it. I'll throw a video up in a sec to show you guys what it looks like running. There's the magnetic chuck underneath that holds the blades. Surface grinders are just for making parts flat. And if you know what a normal surface grinder looks like, it's a huge machine. And these surface grinding attachments are pretty small. It's pretty awesome what they can do. I have a 3-inch contact wheel for the surface grinding attachment so I can do bigger parts. The tool rest that came with the Fear. I have the Extreme Tilt DDR work rest tool rest. The small wheel attachment. I have 3 contact wheels on the back of my bench. They're all from Contact Rubber Corp. I have a 12-inch contact wheel, an 8-inch contact wheel, and a 5-inch contact wheel. I'm using these U-shaped bolts to hold the contact wheels. I have them set this way so the rubber doesn't touch anything. If you set a contact wheel down on a bench, you'll get a flat spot wherever it's resting. Overall, I really like the Fear grinder. I've had no issues with it, and compared to the 4x36, it's a night and day difference. I also have a tool rest for the small wheel attachment. I'm keeping the multi-etch under here. This is what I use for anodizing titanium to really bring those vibrant colors out. I keep all my safety stuff over in this corner. The half-face respirators, my full-face respirators. All the cartridges and safety glasses are in these boxes. All the different clamps I use. Different type of sandpaper I use. I have every grit from like 60 to 2500, and then the polishing paper. When I first did my heat treating, I would use the MAP gas in a small forge. These are just some knife blanks and a few knives that I was working on. I'm doing a hand rub on a blade before I grind the bevels. Up here I have my Dremel and the Grizzly optical center punch. I can't say enough good things about these Cant twist clamps. I really like the way they work. Up here I have my 2 bandsaws, the Delta, the Shopmaster. My buddy found this for me. He got a good deal on it. It was only $65 Canadian. And it was pretty much brand new. The Milwaukee Deep Cut Portaband. This is what I use to cut all the steel. I have the swag table and the foot pedal to run it. I have some taps down here. This is a little section where I do all my Kydex sheaths. The little toaster oven I use for tempering blades. I have a little thermometer in there to get it up to 400 degrees. I also use it for making the Kydex sheaths. The actual press for making the Kydex. I have some files and different odds and ends up here on the wall. Over here I have the Harbor Freight blast cabinet. I'm running glass bead media or aluminum oxide 220 grit. This is where I keep my steel. I have everything from Alpha Knife Supply, CPM 154, AEBL, ADCRV to 1095 and 1084. This is my variable speed buffer. I'm using a polishing wheel and a Scotch-Brite wheel. Over here I have all the handle materials, different types of exotic wood, G10, carbon fiber, All different colors, liner material, micarta. It's all the standoff screws and hardware for making removable handle scales and folders. There's different titanium pivots and titanium screws. Alright, up last is the belts. Every knife maker usually has a wide range of belts in their knife shop. Everything from aluminum oxide to ceramic to cork to Norax, all different kinds of belts. But anyway guys, that's going to be pretty much it for this video. Until I catch you on the next one, have a good one.